Adams. I'm a farmer from Camilla, Georgia, and it's a real pleasure to be here today with some other fellow farmers to endorse Mike Keown for Congress. Our parents were the greatest generation, and we are the blessed generation. I'm at the age when I'm beginning to wonder what our children and grandchildren will be noted for, though. We can give them a legacy of smothering national debt, stifling regulations, and overpowering federal presence. Or we can elect people like Mike Keown and others like him to help turn our nation around and allow our succeeding generations to have an opportunity to improve their lives and their country. Mike, best wishes and Godspeed, and we wish you the best, and I think you're going to find out the agriculture community is right behind you too. Thank you.
Well, this is a great day for South Georgia, a day when we are announcing a Farmer for Keown's coalition made up for farmers all across this district. And most of them are in the field right now. They're hard at work. And I want to thank you for those of you who've come today to share in this, and for all the media, other folks who've come today. Who would have ever thought 15 months ago we would be standing here today, 2 weeks from defeating an 18-year incumbent congressman that calls himself the Peanut Congressman, and have farmers from all over the district, from the Florida line to Columbus, ready to vote for Mike Keown. And all those Farmer for Keown signs all over the 2nd Congressional District. So what's happening in Southwest Georgia? Well, the people of Southwest Georgia have woke up. And the good conservative people of both parties and all colors are realizing that our country is headed in entirely the wrong direction. One peanut farmer said it like this to me in his own words: "Mike, I'm a peanut farmer and I worry about my peanuts. But this is about more than my peanuts. This is about my country, and this is about the future of my children and grandchildren." You know, nothing means more to a farmer, I think, than his family, his country, and God. So it really doesn't matter what Sanford Bishop says he can do for the farmer, as long as he's following Nancy Pelosi around, voting with her all the time. With that, your farm and your family and your country are going to suffer. I had to ask myself the question, how could a man representing Southwest Georgia farmer, calling himself the Peanut Congressman, vote for something like cap and trade? Was he voting for something that he thought was best for the farm? Or was he just doing what he was told to do by the leadership in Washington? We know that by 2012, the cap and trade would reduce your farm income by 28%, and everything on the farm would cost more. Our present congressman, I think, would like for the farmers of the 2nd Congressional District to feel like you can't make it without him. You need him to take care of you. You can't do it on your own, and he's the only one who can help you. Well, that's just not true. As your next representative, I've already asked for and received a commitment from Leader Boehner, the next Speaker of the House. I've received a commitment for a seat on the Ag Committee. We will have a seat at the table, and with a Republican majority, we'll have a strong voice as we address farm issues. I'll work for you, plain and simple. I will form a Farmers Advisory Council, and it won't be made up of a bunch of big money donors. When I have a question about what works and doesn't work on the farm, I'll ask you, because you're the one doing the work, and I'll listen to you. I'll fight the cap and trade legislation. And if the EPA starts trying to monitor carbon emissions on their own, like they've said that they will do, then I'll fight that also, and I'll work to stop it cold. I'll work to eliminate the death tax permanently and let your family keep what you've worked for all your lives. Leadership in Washington right now wants to re-up that death tax, and not just re-up it, but increase it. We want to do away with it. I'll work to stop the card check bill that will allow unions to easily unionize your farm labor. This is a bill that Sanford Bishop co-sponsored. And I'll work to repeal Obamacare and then work toward incremental steps in health care reform that will benefit all Americans. I'll fight this redistribution of the wealth that this present leadership in Washington is pushing. The bottom line is, the plan is to take from you who work hard for your money and give it to those who don't. I'll work to reduce your taxes and leave more of your money in your pocket. Rein in government spending and bring some predictability back to our economy. Our economy, folks, is not going to rebound until we get some stability in Washington. So I'm asking you to hire me to do a job to represent the best interests of the people of Southwest Georgia. And if you hire me, I'll never forget that I work for you. And if I don't do what I say do, then you need to fire me too. It's time to take our country back. Thank you for standing with me today. We will win the farm vote on November the 2nd. And we'll win this election because Southwest Georgia wants better than this for our farms and our families. Thank you for coming this afternoon. Thank you for joining us in our Farmers for Cowan Coalition. Go out and vote. Get everybody you know to go out and vote on November 2nd. And let's win this thing. Let's get it done.